Good morning, everyone. Today we are going to be starting a new unit that is going to be about comparing and contrasting key details. So make sure you have your paper and pencil if you need to take notes, and let's get started. Our objective today is to find the key details in the text. I like to think of the key details as being like an actual key to a lock. They are the type of details that will help us answer questions like who, what, where, when, or why about our story. As always, before we get started, we need to do a little bit of vocabulary, but this vocabulary should be familiar to you. It's kind of a review. So the first vocabulary word is the main idea. You remember the main idea. The main idea is what the story is mostly about. So main idea, what the story is mostly about. Remember, a lot of times we find it in the title, or we might find it in repeated words, or we might find it in the pictures. That's the main idea. We also need to talk about the key details. So these are a little different than just the details, just facts. The key details are important facts and examples from the text that either prove the main idea or answer important questions from the story. So to find key details, first, we have to think about the main idea. So for this section of the Athabascans, the main idea is right up here. It's that travel was long and difficult for the Athabascans. So I would like you to pause the video here and read this section, Getting Around. If you're not sure how to read it, you can also pause the video here and go on Savas and listen to it be read to you. So pause me here and read this section, Getting Around. Okay, now that you've read that paragraph, we're going to find the key details that talk about travel was long and difficult. Most of the details talking about travel being long and difficult are in this first paragraph. It talks about people using dog sleds. It talks about them walking on snowshoes. It talks about them traveling by canoe. And it also talks about them walking by foot. Those are all ways that travel is difficult. If you wanted to talk about planes, that would not make travel long and difficult. That would be a key detail for a different main idea. So, to review, today we talked about the important key details in the text. Those are the key details that support a main idea. So just like in our previous slide when we were talking about travel being long and difficult, we're only including details that talk about difficult travel. So planes don't make sense as an important key detail for that main idea because planes don't make travel long and difficult. So just make sure when you are doing the key details that you are finding details that support your main idea or the question being asked.